Dzień dobry, witam. Wyrobiłam się, jestem nawet przed czasem. Wprost niesamowite, niespotykane. Teraz sobie właśnie tak w sumie ogarniam, jak to dzisiaj zrobić. Mam sporo rzeczy do zrobienia, ale wydaje mi się, że pogramy sobie tak przez godzinkę, dwie. I po prostu planuję zrezygnować z tych zleceń całkowicie, więc będę miała więcej czasu, żeby odpocząć, przez co będę miała, jak będę miała wolne, to będę miała więcej czasu. No więc chcę się też właśnie skupić na tym, żeby troszeczkę więcej tutaj robić na tym kanale, bo mi jest szkoda, bo w sumie bym bardzo chciała, ale to zobaczymy. Idę jeszcze po jakieś grube skarpetki, bo tu jest okropnie zimno. Znaczy się, nie jest okropnie zimno, to mi jest, moim stópkom jest okropnie zimno. W tle będziecie słyszeć króliczki, nie przejmujcie się tym. Jesteśmy w trakcie po raz kolejny przenoszenia ich do łazienki, więc na razie 4 jest tutaj luźno puszczona, a później wszystkie będą w łazience, więc zaczynamy od zera. Też muszę Wam coś pokazać w sumie, jeżeli chodzi o Factory, bo tak jak pamiętacie, ostatnio na ekranie głównym pokazywałam Wam tego naszego wspaniałego pana, nie pamiętam jak on się nazywał, po 2 tygodniach i ja już mam pustkę na łbie, ale pojawił się nam pan, a teraz jest kolejna postać. Teraz Wam pokażę. Wydaje mi się, że poczekamy sobie tak do wpół że jakby ktoś miał wejść, to wejdzie. Ja najwyżej jeszcze pingnę tego Discorda, który w sumie leży martwy, ale może ktoś przypadkiem dostanie powiadomienie. Aha. Ja tak dawno nie byłam na... O matko, tu były... Okazuje się, że w sumie on żył jeszcze jakiś czas temu. Everyone. Dobra, i teraz jeszcze Instagrama pobudzimy do akcji, bo tam jestem aktywniejsza, więc może ktoś coś... O, zrobimy może tak. Zrobimy jakieś takie ładne, jak się błyszczy. O, może ktoś wpadnie. Udostępnij. Gotowe. Dobra, to poczekamy jeszcze w sobie te 2 minutki. Ja na bok dam ciasto, co jeszcze mi zostało, bo mój wspaniały narzeczony mi przywiózł od teściów. I będziemy w sumie zaczynać Tym bardziej, że troszeczkę goni nas dzisiaj czas, a chciałabym sobie pograć, bo mi brakuje tej gry, no bardzo mi się podoba. W sumie nie tęsknię za tym czytaniem po angielsku, bo potem moje gardło i w ogóle wszystko umiera. Ale jestem ciekawa tej fabuły. Dobra, ja wam już w sumie włączę. Teraz muszę się przyzwyczaić, bo trochę przekładałam na biurku, żeby mi akwarium nie złamało biurka i teraz mam wszystko po drugiej stronie i mnie to myli strasznie. Audio z gry. Pamiętajcie, że jak coś będzie za głośno, za cicho, dawajcie znać, krzyczcie na mnie. Ja mam podgląd tutaj na czat, więc jak najbardziej tutaj będę reagowała. Proszę bez, tak jak ostatnio było na czacie, jakiś tam spamów większych, czy jakichś nieprzyjemnych po prostu słów, bo stwierdziłam, że jak się zaczyna coś takiego, to po prostu będę wyciszać tą osobę całkowicie na moim kanale, bo nie będę cię stresować. Możliwe, że mikrofon też będzie troszeczkę gorzej słychać, z tego powodu, że jak zawsze miałam zamontowane z drugiej strony i tu jest ten problem, że teraz tak jakby gadam do części, która wcześniej była tak jakby tyłem tego mikrofonu. Próbowałam to ustawić na tym stojaku tak, żeby jako tako złapać się w tej, bo to jest, że on wykrywa w jednym miejscu, to nie jest, nie pamiętam jak się te typy nazywały. To jest taki, który naokoło wykrywa dźwięki, i są takie, które w sumie mają tam swój zakres, kąt działania, bo na przykład wychwytują dźwięk centralnie z przodu, centralnie z tyłu, z boków. Już tego tak dobrze nie słychać, więc no tutaj mi się troszeczkę to obróciło. Musiałabym pokombinować, porozkładać trochę ten statyw, żeby się mi to udało jakoś lepiej złożyć, żeby było mnie słychać. Mam tylko nadzieję, że to w sumie trochę pomoże z szumami, ale zobaczymy. Dobra, jest 31, więc idealnie, kto miał się pojawić, ten się pojawił. Jeśli ktoś się pojawi, zapraszam, witam, dzień dobry. Tak jak widzimy, Corpse Factory, jest nasza ukochana postać. Nie pamiętam jak się nazywa, ale jest moją przekochaną, ulubioną postacią w tej grze. W ogóle wszystkie te postacie są takie super. One nie są takie jednowymiarowe, że da się po prostu wczuć w tę postać, nie? Bardzo mi się to podoba. Dobra, bo ja tu jeszcze teraz nawóz do roślin akwariowych wywracam, wszystko mi się leje, sypie i w ogóle. Ale wydaje mi się, że w sumie jedziemy. Sprawdzałam sobie tylko galerię w sumie, czy będziemy mieli jakąś podpowiedź, ale nie. Na razie jest po kolei, więc jako tako nie mamy żadnych podpowiedzi, ile nam tego zostało, jak daleko jesteśmy i w sumie czy coś jest pominięte. Continue. Tylko co my tu mieliśmy? Chyba tu było. O, tak. O, tak. Chowam sobie myszkę, żeby wam nie przeszkadzała. To my surprise, the window on the passenger side lowers and I see some familiar faces. Next to Kojiro, in the driver's seat, is none other than Tomoe. She's waving and grinning like a lunatic.
Hey, Skank!
Hey, Skank! Wow.
So, how's this?
O, też ma taką swoją mroczną stronę. W ogóle kocham tę postacię. My face must reveal my fury because Kojiro flinches before I can even respond.
Where did you even get this piece of shit?
Some guy.
Some guy? What guy?
That's some guy from the noise marketplace. Only wanted $250 for it. So, here's the other half of your money back. You're welcome.
Nie styknie nam jeszcze na czynsz w sumie. He holds up the paper bag I gave him earlier. It seems to still have a bit of weight to it. Drew showed up at my apartment earlier this morning. He told me he'd found a great deal on the van. I had a good feeling about it, and I handed him the money to go and secure the vehicle. However, he mentioned that he needed a driver to haul it back. He asked me to call Tomoe for assistance. Thankfully, Tomoe agreed to help. Any opportunity to leave the office was good enough for her. I never expected her and Kojiro to come back driving a death truck on wheels.
Unbelievable. We're not going to die in this thing, are we?
To jest nasza stoicka, nonszalancka
Who
Noriko.
knows?
It has AC!
Najważniejsze. Ciekawe, czy była nabijana albo w sumie odgrzybiana od jakiegoś czasu.
Great. Did you ask the guy if anyone has ever been murdered in it?
Po co, skoro my tam będziemy wozić tylko martwe ciała, no to po co nam wiedzieć, czy kogoś w tym zamordowali? Nam bez różnicy.
What do you care? It's gonna see a lot of corpses before we're done with it.
He's got a point, but I still don't feel good about it.
We're picking up corpses in this thing.
Jedno to mało. My tu kombinujemy, plany robimy, a ona nas tylko... wzięliśmy ją tylko, a będziesz nas wozić?
It's important. And you owe me one, remember? That shit's gross. I don't mind driving, but come on.
Tylko ty będziesz robił.
Whatever. As long as I don't have to touch nothing.
I'm doing the heavy lifting. Don't worry.
Paul leans over Kojiro and squeezes past him awkwardly to speak to me in a hushed
Who
voice.
is this weirdo anyway? When you said you wanted me to go pick up a van, I thought you'd put me in decent company. Sorry. He's my, business partner. This is all for Corpse Girl shit, right? Oh, whatever. I'm cool with it. Just hope this dude doesn't try to cut me or nothing.
Nie, spokojnie. Go interesują tylko zwłoki. She pulls back and gives Kojiro some air.
Anyway, get in.
Why?
Going to the morgue.
Hang on. I haven't planned anything yet. You want to do this now?
If not now, when?
Ja muszę wyciszyć. Dobra. Ja mam wyciszyć. To akurat ważne, bo nasi wspaniali Discorderzy nam piszą.
Any other time after I've had a chance to get organized.
Tak.
You have requests, right?
No, niestety.
Yeah, 3 actually.
Right. So let's go get some bodies that match.
But you haven't even had time to put aside any ashes. You were gonna collect a little from each cremation and put them aside and...
Already done.
Kojiro się nie pierdzieli w tańcu.
Seriously?
Really?
Worked night shift last night. Got like 3 or 4 canisters saved up.
Wow.
You said you've got 3 requests? Well, how convenient.
Wow.
But
This operation was your idea. You want to do it or not?
I'm just not ready. Kojiro thinks he can just rock up to my place and take me to the morgue. Somewhere I've never been. I had no time to prepare myself, no time to even think about it. Visiting the factory yesterday left me feeling pretty exhausted, having to tackle Another new place to take is simply too much to ask.
I told you I'd guide you through the process, right? There's nothing to worry about.
You don't understand. I've never been to the morgue before.
Someone shoots me a quizzical look from behind Kojiro.
You nervous? I think I understand. For me, it's the most relaxing place on earth. My little sanctuary.
Ojo.
Really?
Nie, a teraz siadaj do
No
auta.
one to talk to me, no one to bother me. Unless you count the dead, of course.
I suppose that's true.
And you won't be alone. You've got me and this chick.
I ciała.
It's Tomoe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Right. It's us.
I take a deep breath and brace myself for the next thing I'm about to say.
Okay. Let's go.
Kojiro is right. Everything will be okay. I need to get used to going to the morgue. It's a new place, but it's going to be an essential place. I tell myself that this is all for corpse girl. For me. For us. Kojiro pulls the van's sliding door open and I take a careful step inside. Zobaczcie. Wow! The morgue is a lot colder than I imagined it would be. I berate myself for not bringing a sweater, but there's nothing I can do about it now. The place has an icy, otherworldly feel to it. It's depressing and clinical and devoid of hope. And then there's the stench. It's not as overwhelming as I feared it may be, but it lingers and claws at my senses. It clings inside my nostrils and mouth, and the very interior of my skull. It's very easy to understand why Kojiro's clothes always smell like this place. Once the odor gets a grip on you, it doesn't let go.
Honey, I'm home.
It's what I did. A poor joke in poor taste, even for Kojiro. I feel like I'm going to vomit. Even Tomoe is looking a bit paler than normal. I'm surprised she accompanied us inside after she spent the whole drive over insisting that she would stay in the van.
They store bodies in here?
Of course. See all these lockers? They're cold chambers. Pretty much all of them are full. A body in each.
Fucking disgusting.
Noriko?
Yeah?
I keep things in order around here. Chambers on the left wall are cadavers due for cremation.
And what about the lockers on the right wall?
No touchy-touchy. They're new arrivals or they're being collected for some reason or other. Autopsy, funeral, etc.
Got it. So, we can only make use of the cadavers in the lockers on the left wall.
That's a bingo.
Tłumaczcie mi to jak dziecko. Ale widzę, że Noriko w sumie tak potrzebuje. Hejo! Dzień dobry! I listlessly wander over to the left wall. There must be dozens of gold chambers here, all lined up in neat rows. Some doors are slightly ajar and peeking inside. No touchy. No touchy. Tylko papa Kojiro może dotykać. Some doors are slightly ajar and peeking inside reveals that they're empty, but the vast majority are sealed tight, the occupants within sleeping soundly.
Hey, question.
Shoot.
How do I know who is in each locker? Like, if I wanted to get an old woman's corpse, do I just have to search blindly?
Nah.
Okay, then what do I do?
Come here.
I walk over to Kojiro and follow him to a large computer monitor mounted on the far wall. He taps on a little panel inset into the wall and a shelf pops up. It's out revealing a keyboard and a mouse.
Familiar with databases?
Somewhat.
Perhaps all my data entry experience at Energy will pay off. Here.
It's pretty simple anyway. Live database contains the current inventory items.
Ew. Well, you refer to these bodies as inventory items?
Heyo! Heyo, Vika!
What would you call them?
Well, like, they used to be real people and shit, right? Why not show some respect?
I don't understand. They're cadavers.
I put a trembling hand on Soleil's shoulder. I want to comfort her, but the act of doing so is still alien to me.
Don't worry about him, Tomoe. He can be a bit insensitive.
Mało powiedziane.
He's a freak.
Wow. Ouch.
Mówisz, jakby to w sobie cię cokolwiek przejęło. Tomoe scoffs and makes a gesture with her middle finger. I'm a little surprised that she's so bored by this. It's kind of funny that she holds respect. Ło iło? Ile ludzików? Bo ja w sobie nie widzę, bo nie mam podglądu. To ja sobie zobaczę. I tak lepiej, żeby w sumie zawsze będzie więcej niż zawsze, bo zawsze jest jeden. Jeden albo dwa. Dajcie mi sekundę, sobie wejdę i będę oglądać. Telefon, reaguj. 3 osoby! It's kind of funny that she holds respect for the dead, but not so much for the living.
Okay, so I can search this database for bodies that match my needs.
Yep. Just use the filters at the top. Not many categories, but it has the basics. Age range, gender, name. Not that that'll be useful to you. Actually, that's about it.
It's enough. It'll save some time at the very least.
Okay, so you want to hoist 3 bodies today, right? You said you have 3 requests?
Ale nie wiem, czy zrobimy wszystkie naraz. Bo nie wiem, czy damy radę.
Yeah, but
Na sam początek możemy.
this place is kind of overwhelming. I'm hesitant to bite off more than we can chew.
What's the game plan then?
How about we just take one body today? We'll take it back to the factory, work on it, and see how we go.
Factory? Corpse factory?
Works for me. Here, use the database.
Roger steps away from the monitor and indicates that I should use it. I rest my sweaty hands on the keyboard and feel... Aha, Boże, zapomniałam uruchomić w sumie czatu, żebyście widzieli też po tym ostatnim wspaniałym wybryku. Dobra, widać. I rest my sweaty hands on the keyboard and feel the cold metal buttons sting my skin. A metal keyboard is very fitting for this cold, lifeless place. No właśnie dlatego jest metalowa, moja droga, że jakby w sumie, żeby się wnętrzności tej klawiatury nie psuły, plus jakby się coś miało wylać, to taka przemysłowa klawiatura jest. I have 3 requests currently in Words. I managed to get photos edited for all 3 of them, thanks to taking the day off from the office. There's Emi Katsuna, who really I went to school with, then there's the pink-haired girl, and the woman that looked tired and worn out. I should try and find a cadaver that matches the appearance of one of the victims. I used the database filter to search for females, and then I narrowed down the age range to young adults. There are a lot of pets. Just how many people are involved here anyway? Skimming through the list of results. Since their names are meaningless to me, they might as well all be identical. But column of data containing cold chamber identification codes is interesting. I marked one of the results out the cardinal.
Hey, how do I know what these numbers mean? This one here is 64AB. This one is number 31AA.
Ah, okay. Letters correspond to location. First letter refers to left wall or right wall. Second letter refers to top row or bottom row.
Give me an example.
Okay, this one? Number 64AB. The A means it's on the left wall and the B means it's on the bottom row.
Left wall. That's the side I can choose from, right? The body's due for cremation?
O mój Boże, dziękuję. Dlaczego moje ładne takie wspaniałe. A ja do tego
So
teraz
I
nie
could grab number
przystałem.
64, but this one here. Let's see, number 98BA. Could I grab that?
O mój Boże, dziękuję. Dziękuję za datek, podatek. Prawie, no. Czekajcie, bo ja zaś oczywiście zabłysnęłam i jesteśmy nie wiadomo gdzie. Give me an example. Czekaj, a może będę musiała
No.
wrócić.
The first letter is B.
I'm going to start
Haha. That's a new one. Man.
Nie mogę tak. Left wall. Czekaj. Left wall. That's the side I can choose from, right? The body is due to for cremation. Yep. So I could grab hash 64AB if I wanted. Up to you. But this one here, let's see. Hash 98BA. Could I grab that? Yeah. No, the first letter is B, so that's on the right wall. No go. Not scheduled for cremation. I think I get it, thanks. I make a mental list of cold chambers on the left wall that fit my needs. I'm going to start cracking open some of these sarcophags. O mój Boże! Dziękuję! Wow, mój trzeci datek w życiu! Dziękuję. I make a mental list of cold chambers on the left wall that fit my needs. I'm going to start cracking open some of these sarcophagi. That's a new one, mad. Ja mam w sumie pomysł, czekajcie. Coś tu zaraz. Dziękuję. O, i teraz. Czekajcie, bo ja tu kombinuję i na szybko. Dobra, w opisie. Juhu! Mamy to! Przewspaniały przewspaniały numer. Mam nadzieję, że pobłogosławię naszego streama. Aha, dobra, i teraz jesteśmy już. Czy moje króliki mogą przestać gryźć mnie w stopy, bo jak Boga kocham, zaraz się odwinę. Nie no, oczywiście nie zrobiłabym tego, ale mnie już to irytuje, ja nie mam co tej stopy dać. Ło! Teraz bym się wywróciła. Byście mieli pierwszego, ostatniego niektórzy pewnie live'a ze mną. Dobra. Nogi schowane. A jedziemy dalej. A, czekajcie, bo ja coś zaś klikam nie tu, gdzie powinnam. I hope that my nervousness isn't showing. I almost can't believe that I'm about to examine corpses in the flesh. Corpse Girl would be proud of me right now. As I walk over to the left wall of the cold chambers, I catch a glimpse of Tomora. She's standing by the exit, swiping on her phone as she taps her foot. I reach the first locker I want to look at.
Here we go.
Jesteśmy bardzo niezwykle podekscytowani tym, że będziemy grzebać w sejfach z ciałami. There's a metal handle on the front of the chamber. It's paired with a release button, which I gather has to be pressed in the same time as the handle is pulled forward. I grip the handle tightly, press the button and pull it with all my strength. A fierce echoes throughout the morgue as frigid, pressurized air billows out of the chamber. Uciekł mi czep. I peer inside. I can make out the shape of a body bag lying atop the sliding tray inside the locker.
I thought the body would slide out automatically.
No? They just pull the tray out, like you'd pull out an oven tray.
A ono nie zostawi swoich odcisków w sumie? I take a deep breath and grab the edge of the tray and slide it out. Thankfully, the thick rolls along the bottom rail most of the way, and once it has momentum, the tray slides all the way out of the chamber. My prize is revealed at last. A musty white body bag packed full with a decomposing corpse. Nie no, skończcie! 666 to jest najwspanialsza liczba, jaka kiedykolwiek mogła się znaleźć na ekranie tego streama. Tym bardziej, że mówimy tutaj o grze Corpse Factory, gdzie teraz grzebiemy w kostnicy i będziemy przerabiać te ciała, żeby w sumie nastraszyć innych, żeby się zabili. Wspaniała gra. No ty ciamciasz, Aleksiej. Mam nadzieję, że nic ważnego. Żaden kamień milowy. Jak ktoś będzie chciał, będzie zainteresowany, to sobie coś tam wpłaci, a nie, że będziemy tutaj... O mój Boże! Dlaczego myślałam w sumie, że jedną z odpowiedzi będzie 69 albo 420, bo w sumie mamy. Albo jeszcze 42, jakby się ktoś w sumie uparł. Nie, 27 to jest... Co one robią? To jest odpowiedź na wszystko w wszechświecie, nie? 27. I gdzie jest moja myszka? Tu. My prize is revealed at last. A musty white body bag packed full with a decomposing corpse.
Now what?
Now what?
Just unzip the HRP.
What?
Korio... No, jeszcze jest memiczny 2137, jak mogłam zapomnieć. Kojiro rolls his eyes.
The body bag. Unzip it, but cover your nose.
I do as I am told. My left hand pinches my nostrils and my right hand grips the tag attached to the bag's zipper. I I tug the tug down and down and down, and drag it along the length of the back, and the seat makes a familiar sound, and I smell the decomposing corpse and vomit on the ground, and I fall to my knees trying to catch my vomit and hold my nose closed at the same time. Aha, 47 mam. Wiedziałam, że to w sumie albo z 4, albo z 7. Pomniałam, że jesteśmy nawiedzeni. Tears well in my eyes, and I can't help but cry as the stench strikes me across the face again and again, and the river of bile and sick pouring down my clothes feel like a searing hot cattle brought against my skin. The sign of the corpse in the back flickers in my vision and sears itself into my retinas, and I can't get it out of my head, even when I close my eyes, and I can't get it out of my head, and I can't not see it anymore, and I can't help but think of my own reflection and how much I resemble Nori and the corpse girl and the corpse in the back, and mixed together in some completely fucked up hybrid of decaying flesh and bone. Ach te żarciki literackie. I think Kojiro Tomoe grabs Aoi grabs my shoulder to drag me away from the body, but Aoi isn't here anyway, and the hands feel so strong and warm and not brittle and lifeless like mine, and not slender and perfect like Aoi's. But I get dragged away regardless, and my eyes are watering, and the fluorescent lights on the ceiling are magnified by my tears, and I want to tear my eyes out and get the sight of the corpse out of my mind. I've seen so many corpses over the last year. I've seen countless photos of bodies dismembered and asphyxiated and electrocuted and shot and maimed and drowned, and yet the decaying corpse in the body bag of, or the HRP as Kojiro called it, is worse than any of them, and it's worse than anything I could ever imagine, and it's worse than me and worse than Corpse Girl, and for a fleeting moment I begin to question what I've spent the last year doing. What am I doing involving myself with dead and buried? The frantic screams of a girl resound in my ears, in my eyes and my nostrils, and I think she's calling my name, but it doesn't sound like my name. It sounds like Noriko or something along the lines, maybe Yuriko. Maybe she's calling out for my sister, but my sister isn't here and Noriko isn't here. I'm the only one here, lying on my side on the cold tile floor, covered in warm vomit and hot tears, and I feel the body lying next to me and smiling and offering me a cup of coffee from the lovely French cafe I went to one time. I picture the lifeless corpse in my mind, smiling and calling me names like bitch queen or goth bitch or bitch. Basically, just all senseless names you can pair with the word bitch. That word I hate so much that Yuriko used to always call me, that mother used to always call me, that word that carries so much hate and contempt, and it rolls off the tongue so easily. The lifeless corpse keeps calling me names, keeps taunting me, keeps growing out her long blonde hair, and she taunts me with her fake smile and fake eyelashes. She corners me in the classroom and pulls my hair and rips out a fistful of it, and laughs and calls me bitchy bitch, and screams and cackles, and I realize that she's always bullied me like this, and I hate her for it because I never did anything to her. I never did anything to Amikatsuno, but she always bullied me. But she never bullied Aoi, because no one was allowed to bully Aoi, because the teachers all said so. They all said she's been through too much already, and it's okay to bully Noriko or me, or Noriko, that's fine, they all say so. Emmy liked to bully me and call me the bitching bitch, and she liked to pull my hair out, because that's fine, because hair grows back eventually. I meant that she didn't bully Aoi, so in a way I was protecting Aoi, and that's all that ever really matters. And the corpse in my mind isn't Emmy, but it might as well be. It might as well be her, and maybe I can make it her. Maybe the corpse can become Emikatsuna, and if I send her the photograph of the corpse, then she might kill herself. She might kill herself.
Fuck.
No, to jest specyficzna gra, jak ostatnio się w sumie... jak ostatnio w sumie wyszło. Ale no, na samym początku, przepraszam bardzo, ale jak ktoś w sumie się przeszedł samodzielnie na drugą stronę, to naszej bohaterce się to tak spodobało, że w sumie że w sumie, że tak powiem, leżała i kwiczała na podłodze w łazience, więc... My neck cracks slightly as I sit up straight. I blink a few times to clear the tears out of my eyes, and the worried faces of Gojo and Tomoe appear in my vision.
Yo, you okay?
Mother girl, what the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck, Noriko?
I spit the remnants of vomit out of my mouth.
I'm fine.
You don't fucking look fine. You chucked up all over the place.
She'll be right. Seen this kind of thing before.
What do you mean?
Pretty normal to react like that to a decomposing cadaver. Surprised you're okay, Tomo?
It's Tomoe! Shit! Yeah, I'm fine. I don't like him, but I've seen corpses before.
Well, I thought Noriko had too.
A zdjęcia?
Just pictures, I guess.
Może to ten dodatek, który ukrywa się dla nas na głównej stronie, to będzie właśnie odcinek plażowy z naszą ekipą i w sumie dziełami sztuki, które będziemy tworzyć. I'm not forgetting that the carnage I witnessed at the train station thanks to Kotomi Ita's house, seeing a stiff cadaver in a body bag was so much more overwhelming.
Right.
Right, sauce.
Are you really Corpse Girl?
Jak śmiesz we mnie popić?
Apparently.
Come on, let's get you up.
Tomoe grabs me in a sword, a hug, and lifts me to my feet.
Sorry about the vomit.
It's fine. It's fucked up, but it's fine.
Nie wiem, mi się tam Tomoe to moja psia i w sumie uwielbiam tą postać. Ja tam lubię dobry fanserwis.
Call it a day?
Put my weight on my unsteady feet and step away from Tomoe.
No. There's something I need to do.
I stare straight at the corpse and the body bag. Her face is still exposed, lifeless, expressionless. Her hair is long, blonde. I imagine her with a bit of makeup, some blush, some lipstick, some fake eyelashes.
Whoever this was, she's exactly what I need for my next victim.
That worked out well.
Can we get her into the van?
Okay, I'll grab a trolley. Tomoe, give me a hand?
Ugh, if I have to.
Już jej to bardzo nie podoba. Nie wiem. Uwielbiam to moje, to jest najważniejsze. Jak to oznacza, że w sumie lubię byle jaki fanserwis, to niech tak będzie. Niech to będzie mój mroczny sekret. Moje guilty pleasure. I nod and whisper a small thanks to both of them. Still a little groggy and unstable, I make my way to the morgue's door. I'll wait in the van for a moment. I need to take a moment to restore my energy. The real work will begin when we get to the factory. To jest ogólnie visual novelka o dziewczynie, która prowadzi stronę, na której mogą zgłaszać osoby, które dany odwiedzający chciałby zabić. Czyli wysyłają taki formularz, zdjęcie, numer telefonu tej osoby i imię, nazwisko i właśnie nasza kochana Corpse Girl bierze, przerabia zdjęcia prawdziwych marlaków i wysyła tej osobie na ten prywatny numer i jej zamiarem jest w sumie, żeby się pozabijali albo żeby zmusić jakiś większe siły, żeby może zostały przypadkowo zamordowane, czy coś w ten sposób, nie? No i naszej bohaterce bardzo się to podoba, no a teraz pierwszy raz widzieliśmy tak naprawdę prawdziwe ciało i będziemy teraz, żeby bardziej popchnąć ludzi na krawędź podjęcia tej decyzji, którą ona chce, żeby podjęli, to nie dość, że będą wysyłali jej zdjęcia przerobione przez Noriko, to jeszcze będą tak jakby pozowali martwe ciała jako te zwłoki, które niby są z przyszłości, że ona tak skończyła. No. Wiemy, że to się oczywiście udało, bo w prologu widzieliśmy, że to poszło tak, jak miało. No ale teraz tak naprawdę wracamy i poznajemy po kolei, co w sumie jak do tego wszystkiego doszło. Zobaczcie. We arrived at the factory after a brief pit stop and my path went to collect my makeup kit. Roger manages to fix the lock on the front entrance, meaning we didn't have to try and shimmy our cadaver through the side window. We even found the proper key for the place. On one of the rusted workbenches, someone helped to drag a workbench to the center of the factory floor, and we hoisted the cadaver on top of it. Tak, jest to skomplikowane, polecam w sumie sobie zobaczyć od samego początku, żeby w sumie też zobaczyć, jak nasza bohaterka zmaga się z problemami i jak w sumie to balansuje na granicy szaleństwa. No, może dzisiaj w sumie to wrzucę wszystko do tej playlisty, bo zawsze zapominam, potem biorę i większą ilość live'ów wrzucam do odpowiednich playlist na YouTubie. Dalej. Quattro unwrapped it from the HRP, which he explained simply meant human remains pouch. Staring down at the body before me, I now begin to wonder why I freaked out so much at the morgue. It's just a body. I like to think that was once somebody, but now has no meaning in its existence.
It's kind of gross, but it's not really that bad.
Ugh. I'm glad you've come around, but I still don't want nothing to do with it.
Right, so we're here. We got your body. What now?
I fetch my makeup kit from the floor beside the workbench and place it next to the corpse.
We're going to make this body look as close as possible to this girl.
I flash my phone at Kudro and Tomoe showing off the photo of Emi Katsuno that was submitted to Corpse Girl's website.
Right. But why?
Because then we can photograph it and convince the victim, Emmy, that it's her own dead body.
Why?
I furrow my brow. Kudro puffs in an attempt to hide his laughter.
That's how Corpse Girl does things.
I don't know. Sounds like a shit plan. We went to all that effort to steal a dead body and you just want to take photos of it?
No.
Look, so far I've done everything with photo manipulation. And sometimes it's successful, like with Akane Tsurumaki.
That bitch?
It convinced her to kill herself. But I'll admit that it hasn't worked so well on Corpse Girl's other victims.
No.
So you think repeating the same thing that don't work over and over again will eventually work?
She's got a point, Noriko. Corpse Girl doesn't have the best track record. Maybe something has to change.
But what? This is the way I've always done things, and...
I hang my head in defeat. I don't know what to do. I spent all morning crafting fake photos of my 3 victims. But for what purpose? They're not going to convince anyone to kill themselves. And now I'm standing here in the factory looking at a corpse that I want to decorate as Kamikatsuna, just so I can take photographs of it. And there's no point in doing so. I already crafted the photo of Emmy's death, so why am I here? What the hell am I doing?
You're right. I can't keep going on like this. I've already crafted a photo of this victim's death. So I guess I didn't truly think we'd pull this off. I kind of just went along with Kojiro's suggestion to go to the morgue.
Hey, don't pin it on me. This is your scheme.
The weirdo is right. This is on you, Noriko.
They're right. They're both spot on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just wasting my time the time I'm wasting Corpse Girl's time.
Here, give me your phone.
Without waiting for approval, Thomas snatches my phone out of my hands. She swipes past the photo of Emmy, then swipes back to
Yo,
it.
you said you already made the corpse photo. Where is it?
I don't keep it on my phone. That would be stupid. The only copy is still on my laptop at home.
But you've got a photo of this bitch on your phone.
Well, yeah. I just pulled it from her noise profile earlier. It's exactly the same image that was uploaded to Corpse Girl's website, though.
Poczko, ale tak chodzi o Kiaru.
Right.
Hold it. How did you know the Vic's name? Corpse Girl doesn't ask for a name.
Oh, this girl... I actually went to school with her. It's a coincidence, I assure you.
Uh-huh.
Look, that doesn't matter, does it?
Well, tell me what the corpse photo looks like.
Well, it wasn't my most creative work. I had 3 requests to fulfill in a short amount of time, so I kinda made them all similar. I made it look like this girl, Emmy, fell from a tall building and splattered on the pavement.
Fucking lame.
Yeah. Why did you want to know, anyway?
Well, I've got an idea for you. I know, I'm just the driver and all, but you've dragged me in this far, so at least let me make a suggestion, Kay?
Okay, go ahead.
Ona ma... Chodzi o to, że ona próbuje jak najlepiej zatrzeć za sobą ślady, więc jeżeli chodzi o cokolwiek, co mogłoby ją połączyć z tymi śmierciami, czyli informacje o numerze telefonu, bądź zdjęcia, bądź corpse photos, ona trzyma tylko i wyłącznie na laptopie. Później wysyła na ten konkretny numer z jednorazowego telefonu te corpse photo i potem zaciera wszystkie ślady. Telefon jest niszczony po 24 godzinach i wyrzucany gdzieś dalej, więc ona to zdjęcie w sumie nie wzięła te same, które zostało wysłane na tym, które zostały nam wysłane na stronie, tylko tak jak ona mówiła, na takim ich Facebooku. Ono jest to taki Facebook i oni tam normalnie jak na Messengerze mogą też gadać i dzwonić do siebie w ogóle.
We've got this here body. You've got a corpse photo of the bitch all locked and loaded. Let's kick it up a notch. Take your time to apply makeup. Make the body really look like the victim. Send her the corpse photo first, and then we'll deliver this body to the bitch.
Deliver the body?
We rock a better joint, leave the dead body on her doorstep, and then we fucking get out of there. Can you imagine how fucking scary it would be to come face to face with your own corpse?
No niby tak, ale...
Think about it from her perspective. She gets a photo of her own dead body, right? Then, like, hours later, just as she's trying to get it out of her mind, her own corpse shows up at her house. She'll fucking snap, I guarantee it. Hell, I probably would too, and I know what's going on.
I can't believe it. Someone has completely lost the plot. Her plan is incredibly devious. It's almost evil, and I'm in love with the idea. I'm in love with the idea of delivering a person's own corpse to them before they kill themselves.
Tomoe!
Despite my own nature, I find myself throwing myself at Tomoe and wrapping my arms around her.
Yo, what the?
I bury my head between her neck and shoulder, the warmth of her body radiating from my own cold and clammy form. I start to sob uncontrollably. Maybe I still have tears left over from my incident at the morgue, or maybe I'm just truly happy at this moment.
Tomoe! Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Uh-huh.
Your idea is brilliant. It's perfect. Oh, I can't think of a better way to bring Corpse Girl's plans to fruition.
Oj, te jęki to w sumie jeszcze nic. Były gorsze. Akcje.
I mean, I just said the first thing that came to mind, so... But hey, I'm real glad you like the idea. I'm happy to help.
I wipe my ears. I wipe my eyes, but I don't let go of Tomoe.
Hell. I wonder if you'd make a better Corpse Girl than me.
Nah, don't be stupid. I just had one good idea is all. No, come on. It ain't like you to get all sappy. Pick yourself up, yeah?
Right. In a moment.
I nozzle my cheek further into Tomoe's neck and feel her skin prickle underneath my breath. She tenses up a little bit, but doesn't push me away.
You're so warm.
Jeez. Come on now, we've got work to do.
Okay.
Okay. I reluctant. Czy ja mogę w końcu nauczyć się mówić? I reluctantly step back from Tomoe and wipe my eyes. Tomoe is a little red in the face. She ruffles the collar of her shirt and fans her face.
Never had a girl cling to me like that before. Better not tell Shinya in case he gets real jealous.
Kojo is silent. He seems to be simply observing the moment. I take a second to compose myself to Moe's right. We do have work to do. I look to the corpse atop the table, patiently waiting for us to conclude our discussion. I almost wish I was as patient as the dead.
Starting?
Yes. Let's do this.
Mad. Few things to keep in mind. Putting makeup on a cadaver isn't as simple as you think. This one's already decomposing. Not all the makeup will take. Put a little extra on. Don't be stingy. It doesn't help that the body is ice cold. Now, if we had a space heater, we could warm it up. That would help the makeup stick. But it'll speed up decomposition.
We can't have it decomposing any faster. It's already out of cold storage, so I imagine we don't have long as it is.
Right.
Right.
We're going to want to deliver it to your Vic soon, like less than 24 hours soon.
That's fine.
Yo, what about time in the delivery? Corpse Girl's photos have a, what's it called, a timestamp?
Yeah, I timestamped the photos with a supposed time of death. I usually set it to a little after the time the victim receives the photo, sometimes a few hours, sometimes a whole day.
Uh-huh, I get it. Well, like, for best effect, we're gonna want to deliver the corpse before the time marked on the photo, right? That way, the Vic gets the photo and the corpse before the set time. Creates a kind of ticking time bomb. Should convince him to off himself before time's up.
O czym my tu w ogóle rozmawiamy, nie?
That makes sense. I think that's the best way to do it.
I mogę sobie wyobrazić w sumie, jakich głosy, jak echo ich głosów się roznosi po całej fabryce. Jakaś bezdomna osoba po prostu przechodzi obok i słyszy, jak oni gadają o przerabianiu martwych ciał i w sumie nakładaniu make-upu i dostarczaniu martwych ciał, żeby się osoba zabiła, nie?
Yeah, so, what time did you write on this Emmy chick's corpse photo?
I scratch my head and try to think about it. It's hard to recall since I created 3 different photos at the same time. I'm pretty confident I lined them all up one after another, an hour gap in between each one.
"7:28 a.m. tomorrow."
No w sumie. No chyba, żeby zadzwonił na policję i w sumie, że się dziwne rzeczy dzieją w tej opuszczonej fabryce i żeby w sumie tam policja zajrzała. Króliki udają, że są grzeczne.
We gotta deliver the corpse before then, huh?
Too early. Usually asleep.
Well, you're gonna have to get your ass up early for Noriko.
For Corpse Girl.
Nie for Noriko. What your grounds, but he doesn't object further.
So, I'll send the photo out when I get home tonight. Emmy will receive it before she goes to bed for the night. It should shake her a little.
Then, in the morning, she'll wake up to her doorbell ringing and a corpse left on her doorstep.
That should be enough to do the trick.
Think you're both forgetting something.
Ciało się popsuje.
Where are we delivering the corpse?
Aha, no to też.
Are you dense? We're delivering it to this Emmy bitch's home.
Sure, of course. But where does she live? Got her address?
Oh,
Ah, shit.
Baby. A hole in the plan, a massive flaw that we completely overlooked. Our stunned silence is the only answer Kujiro needs.
This whole thing is a bust. Kinda disappointed in you, Noriko. Thought Corpse Girl was some mastermind, some genius worth worshipping.
I don't have a response to that comment. Bile begins to rise in my throat as a pit opens up inside my stomach.
Turns out everything so far has been sheer luck. Well, I'm out. Use the factory if you want, but I'm not sticking around.
Kojiro waves heartedly and walks away. I can't see anything to stop him. My thoughts are frozen, locked in place, chained down by humiliation and anxiety.
Hold up just one fucking second.
Of course, someone never fails to grab somebody's attention. Kojiro turns back.
We're just getting started here. Of course there's gonna be hiccups. We'll iron out all the details as we go. Don't just abandon Noriko like that. Corpse Girl has done more for me than you'll ever know.
That's so?
Yeah, it is. So I'm gonna stand by her side.
Kojiro jest specyficzny, nie? I to widać przez całą naszą dom. On tutaj był bardzo zaangażowany, bo w sumie oni mają taki układ, że ona dostaje ciała do przerabienia, a ciała, które zostaną wygenerowane przez samobójstwa, które popełnią ofiary Noriko, jak dobrze rozumiem, ma dostać on. I nie będziemy zadawać pytań, co on z tymi ciałami będzie chciał zrobić. No, więc to tak w sumie to była taka obopólna korzyść i po prostu w sumie jak się dosypie, to on już tak w sumie tyle pozałatwiałem i nic z tego.
If you're a coward, feel free to bow out now. But if Noriko means anything to you, anything at all, then just swallow your fucking doubts and help her out.
No, I never thought she'd be one to make a rousing speech. Short and simple though it was.
Right. Suppose we did make a deal after all? Though, nothing really stopping me from taking cadavers from the morgue whenever I want now. Still, I guess I'll help you out. But if this keeps going astray, I really will walk away.
Że uwielbiam tą jego pozę i ten.
Fine, but follow through on this one victim at least.
I managed to gather up enough strength to make a simple plea.
Please, I can't do this without you.
Okay. Find Emmy's address. If Tomoe drives, I'll handle moving the corpse in the morning.
I know, firmly.
Okay, I'll work it out. Thank you, Kojiro.
Roger waves once again and takes his leave. The heavy steel door at the front of the factory slams shut behind him.
Phew. Okay, got any ideas?
Tomoe jest z przyjacielem Noriko, z Shinjim. Noriko myślała, że Shinji w sumie się w niej podkochuje, ale właśnie Noriko tak jakby ich ze sobą spiknęła i oni są ze sobą w sumie takie tak, w końcu to jest to. I po prostu, bo Noriko przez całe swoje życie miała crusha na swoją przyjaciółkę i teraz to wygląda w sumie tak, że chce zapomnieć o tej przyjaciółce, ale no, ogólnie tam ma dużo pracy nad sobą.
Maybe one. Can you call Shinya? Ask him if he remembers Emi Katsuno from school, and see if he knows where she lives.
Shinya? Oh yeah. He said once that you went to school together. Guess he might know Emmy too, huh?
My thoughts exactly. I'm going to make a call as well.
Quickly make a call to Aoi. As the phone is ringing, I look up at the skylight above. The sun has nearly disappeared from the sky and we're running out of light. If there was electricity connected here, we wouldn't have a problem, but if it gets much darker than this, we're going to struggle to apply makeup to the color.
Noriko? Hey, me again. Feels like we just spoke this morning, hey? It was this morning. Yeah.
Yay!
Listen, just a quick question. Do you remember Emi Katsuno from school? Katsuno? Okay, that's really freaky, Noriko. Huh? What is? I bumped into Katsuno just today at the mall. You're kidding. I'm serious. She was pretty distressed, actually. She just got fired from her job. I see. Actually, it's kind of funny. I spoke with you about Corpse Girl's website this morning, and I spoke to Katsuno about it too. Really?
Whoa.
Seems like there's someone she wanted dead. Maybe. I'm not sure. Perhaps her boss that fired her? Interesting. Why are you asking about her anyway? It's an odd question, but Do you happen to know where she lives? Yes. Wait, seriously? Want me to send you her address? Are you going to visit her? Oh, Howie. If you could send her address, then I'll really owe you one. Sure. I'll text it through. I didn't think you'd actually know it, but I wanted to ask anyway. No problem. I followed her home today from the mall, so I guess it worked out well for you.
Oj, stalkerka. Hang on. I ta zmiana muzyki. I followed Amy home from the mall, like she stalked her.
What did you say? Oh, I followed Emmy home today. I got on the train carriage behind hers. Well, don't worry. She didn't see me. Howie, what are you talking about? Well, I wanted to find out if she was going to use Corpse Girl's website. Since I recommended it to her and all. I don't know what to say.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I'm still at work, okay? I shouldn't really be talking on the phone.
Boże, te moje króliki tak się rozwaliły, w ogóle mi lato na 10 tych kocach sobie zrzuciła je z oparcia, bo były do rozłożenia i sobie je wywróciła i sobie teraz na nich rozwalona leży.
We'll chat later. Bye bye. Owie, wait, don't up.
The phone call ends abruptly. I'm baffled by the fact that Holly followed Amy home. I can't quite figure out what must have been going through her head all the time. Right now, I don't have the time to worry about it. I need to finish up here at the factory. I noticed that I have an unread message on my phone. Opening up to find out he has sent me Amy's full address. To ta dziewczyna wyprawia.
Well, at least I got the address.
You got it? Nice. Shinya barely remembered the chick, apparently, so it wasn't really helpful, sorry.
No trouble. We got what we needed. It's getting dark. Help me put some makeup on the corpse.
Okay, show me that photo of Emmy again. We better do this properly.
Right. Here.
I found the photo and examined it closely before setting to work. Jest ich aż 5. Chciałabym, żeby w sumie była nadal ta 3. O mój Boże, znowu się krewetka zgięła i robi taki fajny łuk. Boże kochany, to są urocze zwierzątka. Za piękny shrimp. On się chyba tak czyści i po prostu tak zawija jak taka ugotowana. I sobie tymi swoimi nóżkami i czułkami. No, na ten moment mamy tak. 5 królików, 4 chomiki, 1 bojownika i 6 krewetek. Aha, i jeszcze opiekujemy się 2 świnkami ze sklepu, ale to tylko tak tymczasowo, bo były chore. I staramy się, żeby podniosły się na nogi. No, potem będziemy je prawdopodobnie albo oddawać znowu do sklepu, albo będziemy się kontaktować z jakąś fundacją. Ale no. Ja sobie sprawdzę tylko, czy ja mam tutaj w sumie gdzieś obok picie, bo już powoli mi zasycha w gardle. Dajcie mi 3 sekundy, dosłownie. Lila, marchewka. Chodź. No widzę, jak ładnie napiusiałaś właśnie na podłogę. Jak ja kocham te kuliki. Idź marchewkę! Boże kochany. Miałam poszatkowaną Aleksję i nie biegaj za nim. Gorzej jak z dziećmi, nie? Bo dzieci jeszcze mają coś w tej łepie czasami, a niestety te króliki to tak jak bobasy, one są na takiej w sumie poziomie. To chyba nie było mądre, że dałam im to na te ręczniki, które były w sumie wywrócone. Znaczy się dałam im, żeby właśnie sobie usiedli na tyłku i jedli i tyle. Ale chyba masz rację, to nie było mądre. Alright, by the time I get home, I'm completely drained. I barely have the energy to open the front door. Today was an ordeal. It dragged on forever and ever, and yet it still felt like I didn't have enough time to get everything done. After changing out of my vomit-stained clothes, I make myself a cup of tea. I'm hoping a few sips will help me relax and unwind. I sit down on the couch, cup in hand. When it's cool enough to drink, I take a sip and feel a little bit of today's pressure lift from my shoulder. My laptop is sitting next to me. I know I shouldn't bite off more than I can chew today. If I check for new requests, I'll probably regret it. I unfold the laptop and navigate to Corpse Girl's website. 1 new request. Shit. These are already beginning to pile up. I can't restrain myself from opening the request. Request details. Today, 3:03 p.m. Victims found by downloading image attachment. The request came in while I was busy with Kodra and Tomoya, probably around the time we were at work. The image of the victim downloads. Aha, to jest zdjęcie, które wysłała ta Emi. Niestety w sumie... Ale fajnie jakby... Jednak Emi się zemściła na tej babce. To mimo, że już jej nie ma, to i tak jej ten został, jej zlecenie zostało wypełnione. Co proszę? I stare intently at the picture of my oldest sister, Yuriko Kurosawa, 28 years old senior high school dropout, currently on parole after a short second stint in prison. Yuriko. What are the odds of you appearing here on my screen in my life at this moment? I haven't spoken to you for so long, I haven't seen you, I haven't even received contact from you, only to ignore it. Why are you here now? Why does somebody want you dead? I suppose it's not that hard to think why someone would request your death. I'm sure you have a lot of enemies thanks to the crew you ran with. But for someone to actually use Corpse Girl's website to request your death, it's coincidental, too coincidental, just like everything that's been happening lately. Yuriko. I hate you so much. You abandoned me when I needed you. You abandoned Mother, even though she abandoned us first. I hate you. Corpse Girl never refuses a request. It's one of her conviction. A z kim ci się kojarzy Kurosawa? I'll never refuse a request. I close the laptop's lid and rub my eyes. I'm tired. Zobaczcie. I'm so fucking tired.
She's dead. Splattered in the flower bed. Probably matches the photo you sent. Wish I'd seen that.
Thanks, Kojiro. And thank Tomoe for me.
No prob.
Where are you, anyway?
Parking lot across the road. Perfect view of her apartment.
Oh my god.
People are coming outside. Must have heard the splat. Mad.
Boże, mi jesteśmy wszyscy psychiczni.
We'd better gun it. See ya.
Okay, bye.
I hang up the phone and smile while it fights its way across my tired face. Amy Katsune is dead. She killed herself thanks to the trauma of discovering her own corpse on her doorstep. Even though I forgot to send the corpse photo last night, I nearly fucked up our entire plan due to how exhausted I was. By some stroke of luck, I managed to wake up early this morning. Thankfully, my first thought upon waking was to send the photo. Amy would have received the picture only an hour before the time marked on it. It was a close call, a very close call. But I can't help but wonder if it worked in our favor. Roger and Tomoe rushed over to her apartment to deliver the corpse, forcing Emmett into a confrontation with the photo, an imminent time of death, and then the delivery of her own corpse, all in the space of an hour, worked to our advantage. It worked so well that I'm starting to consider making this our regular mode of operation. Modus operandi. I glanced at the burner phone atop the coffee table. Since Emmy's already dead, there's no point in me waiting 24 hours to discard it. I'll get rid of it anyway, right away. After that, I'll have to figure out what to do about the other remaining requests. I still have 2 photos of the victims that I crafted on the same day I made Emmy's photo. With all the urgency of plotting Emmy's demise, I didn't have a chance to send them. I'll have to edit them a little bit because the timestamps on them are now out of date. Boże, mój mózg już łączy wszystkie słowa. But that's okay, it's a quick fix. And then there's the request for Yuriko Kurosawa. I'll need to deal with that too. Eventually. A quiet morning at the library is just what I need to escape from the chaotic whirlwind that I've been trapped in for the last few days or weeks. The place is silent as usual. There aren't many people around. I managed to find a seat in my favorite reading nook, and I leave my belongings in a chair to save my spot while I browse for a book to read. I can't bring myself to continue reading Strange Flower right now. Reading a book about corpses while trying to take a moment away from my own life is just not going to work for me. I scan the bookshelves and look for something light to read. Am I in the mood for a comedy? Probably not. Fantasy adventure? Maybe, though that's never really been my thing. Biographies are out of the question, so while history books, I can pretty much dismiss any non-fiction straight away. I'm just not in the mood. So, what should I read? I thumbed through a couple of trashy romance light novels. The covers look appealing, with attractive characters smiling and holding each other and falling in love. But the content within each one is utter crap. A housewife looks for love after her husband vanishes. A vampire lord seeks his vampire queen. A college student falls in love with his professor, later finds his long-lost sister. To ostatnie to jest sobie tak trochę jak Domestic Girlfriend, tylko że oni nie byli w koledze, tylko byli jeszcze w liceum. It's all trivial. I could write better stories than these, but maybe everyone thinks that way. Defeated, I put all the books back on the shelf and I returned to the chair I saved. I take a seat and simply browse through my noise feed on my phone. A few photos from acquaintances, comments on the weather, a short essay on human rights, even a poem written in poor broken English. Trash. All of it. I used to love this inside look at other people's lives. I lived for it. I thrilled on it. Boże kochany. I used to be aroused at the smallest glimpse inside someone else's life. I couldn't go more than a few hours without browsing noise. But now, something is different. Something inside me has changed. I want to say that I'm recently become cynical, jaded, but that wouldn't be accurate. I've been this way as long as I can remember. The appeal of voyeurism just isn't there anymore. My growing ability to manipulate the lives and deaths of other people has ruined my pleasure I once gleaned from simply spying on them. I need more people to die. Maybe then I'll find satisfaction, ecstasy, release. I lean back in the chair and fold my arms across my chest. My foot taps against the carpeted floor impatiently. I won't find comfort in this library. I won't find relaxation. I'll only find whatever elusive feeling I'm looking for once Korpsky's work is complete. I can't rest yet, not now that things are beginning to escalate. I could be orchestrating the deaths of 3 people right now. The 2 women that had their deaths requested at the same time as Emmy and my very own sister Eureka. People are counting on me. People are counting on Corpse Girls to deliver her judgment. I hoist the strap on my handbag over my shoulder and stand up. It's time for Corpse Girl to usher in a new era of human suffering. Oh my god.
A bizarre string of similar deaths in Tokyo over the weekend have left police and detectives completely baffled. We have Chief Detective Fujikawa at the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department in the studio today to discuss the events.
Czyżby to był ojciec Shinji, który w sumie był bardzo zniesmaczony tym, że nie może nas wsadzić do pierdla za to, jak przeszliśmy załamanie nerwowe w środku galerii handlowej.
According to eyewitness reports, a young woman plummeted to her death from an apartment building on Saturday morning. 2 other women suffered a similar fate in different locations late on Sunday night.
Huh?
Police have not yet released information on the identities of the young women. Would you care to share your thoughts, Detective Fujikawa?
We cannot rule out the possibility of homicide in these cases. Police recovered additional bodies at the site of each death. In each instance, a look-alike corpse matching the appearance of the victim was found. This cannot be mere coincidence. I believe that a single perpetrator is behind the deaths of all 3 women.
A to jest tak jakby w sumie... No dobra, to jest taki skok, wydaje mi się. Ja na te daty zbytnio nie patrzę, bo ja i tak zapominam jaką oni 5 minut temu podawali datę, więc dla mnie to jest takie... Aleksiej, masz marchewkę na plecach.
Leaving a look-alike corpse at the scene of each crime seems to be some sort of psychotic calling card. It's clear that the death of each victim was premeditated. In cases like these, the perpetrator is often looking to be caught, even if only subconsciously. It won't take long to track them down. Once forensic analysis reveals the identities of the look-alike corpses, we will be able to uncover how and where they were obtained.
No właśnie, to jest takie, że w sumie będą wiedzieć, że zostały wysłane tutaj a do tej kostnicy, nie? I teraz będą musieli poczekać, aż podejrzenia na Kojiro się uspokoją. Prawdopodobnie na niego dokładnie.
We will bring the perpetrator to justice.
Police are urging citizens to be cautious in the coming weeks. If you see anyone behaving suspiciously, please call the following number.
Damn, this shit's really starting to blow up.
Yeah, it's about time.
3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl is on fire.
On fire.
She couldn't have done it without you. And Kojiro. So, thanks. I know those corpse deliveries yesterday were rather last minute.
No problem. Had nothing better to do anyway.
I've still got one victim ready to conquer, but I'm not sure when to go through with it.
What's the issue?
It's someone I know.
Huh? So? Didn't bother you when we stuck it to that Emmy chick.
This is a little different.
No, w swoim biurze jeszcze.
It's my sister.
Yo, hold up. You've got a sister?
Mm-hmm. Yuriko. She's older than me.
Shit. And like, someone requested her death through Corpse Girl's website?
Ale powiem tak, nie? To im w ogóle nie przeszkadza. Ona wyjawiła, że ona jest Corpse Girl w lobby swojej własnej firmy, w której pracuje, więc to tak, one się tam zbytnio nie przejmują, nie? To są takie rzeczy, są rzeczy, które w sumie normalnie zwróciłoby się na to uwagę, ale jak na razie jest to takie zamiatane pod dywan i tak jakby to nie było ważne, jakby to nie miało mieć wpływu, ale w sumie tak naprawdę w prawdziwym życiu pewnie miałoby. No ale...
Seems like it.
Jeez, what are the chances?
I'm wondering the same thing.
Well, think it over a bit longer. You might want to lay low for a while anyway. Sounds like Shinya's dad is all over this case.
No, czyli to jest tata Shinji.
Sorry? Shinya's dad?
That detective guy, Fujikawa.
What? He's Shinya's dad?
Boże kochany, kulki jej się trzasły w końcu. Ale ona wolno myśli.
Yep, friggin' scary guy. Had an awkward dinner with him and Shinya a while back.
Wow. You know, I met him once before.
You did?
Naprawdę w każdym kraju policja jest inna, bo to jest inna kultura, inaczej się ludzie zachowują, inne mają poglądy i inne osoby mają ich w kieszeni.
He certainly was intimidating. But don't worry, we only met by chance. Had nothing to do with Corpse Girl.
Alright, as long as he doesn't know your identity, you should be fine. Still, what's your next move?
I'll think over what to do about my sister for a little longer. But as soon as more requests come through the website, I'm going to fulfill them. I don't have the luxury of time. I can't just lay low, like you said.
Sheesh, when did you grow a pair?
I'm serious. I'm tired of lagging behind. Corpse Girl is on a winning streak now. It's up to me to keep it going.
Ciekawe, czy zmieniła stronę co do tego, żeby uwzględnić adres. Bo jak tego nie zmieniła, bo w sumie nie każdy będzie miał adres, ale one potrzebują tego adresu, bo nie mogą po prostu randomowej osoby znaleźć, jeżeli nie mają żadnego połączenia z nią.
Okay, well, just let me know when you need me.
Thanks, I
To
will.
jest okropne, ono tak szybki, nie mogę się oprzeć, bo spadnę. Ono mnie się nie blokuje, tylko ono się wygina i tyle. Bo ono się wygina całe, a nie tylko plecy.
Well, back to work or whatever.
I turned back to my computer after some holidays. 3 deaths in 1 weekend. Corpse Girl truly is at the top of her game. It was a bit hard work, but in the end I managed to pull through, thanks to a bit of luck, of course. Yesterday, after returning home from the library, I had a sudden burst of inspiration. I ran a reverse image search on the photos of the 2 women that were submitted to Corpse Girl's website. It was pretty easy to locate their noise profiles thanks to that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that we all shared 2 mutual friends on noise, Emi Katsuno and Yuriko Kurosawa. A bit of digging through their profiles revealed their names to be Uyumi Amano and Manami Sachiko. They both worked at the same store as Emi, my sister. It struck me that all of these requests must be somehow related, but that didn't matter so much. Tracking down Amano's and Sachiko's addresses wasn't as difficult as I feared. I contacted Tomo and she told me she was familiar with the store they worked at. She volunteered to head over there and see if she could access the employee records. Apparently, the whole job was so easy that she managed to walk in and out in 3 minutes flat. She said that none of the staff even batted an eyelid as she walked in, and she simply strolled into the back room, rummaged through the filing cabinet, and snapped a photo of the employee contact sheet. With that information at our disposal, nothing stood in our way of delivering look-alike corpses to their homes. A few hours shared between the morgue and the factory, and it was done. Both Amano and Sachiko killed themselves within an hour of each other. So far, the kill rate of delivering a photo and then a corpse is 100%. I can only imagine the thoughts that must go through someone's mind when they are faced with their own corpse. Wybaczcie. The looming dread, hopelessness, and fear of inevitability have proven to be so overwhelming that suicide becomes the only viable option. Because of this development, I finally ruled out the possibility of Korpsky's victims being murdered by some mysterious stranger. I only ever invented that theory due to the strange circumstances in which Ruru Hatono died. After all, she was hung from a scarecrow in an uncannily similar fashion to the corpse photo I invented for her. None of the other victims' deaths since then have made me truly suspect that another party could be involved. All of them have clearly been suicides, or in the case of Eiichi Hanada, coincidental accidents. Chyba powoli muszę zbliżać się do końca, bo już się nie umiem czytać. Kotomi Ida's death was an outlier since she was likely killed out of self-defense. I'm about 90% certain that Corpse Girl's power lies in the ability to convince victims to end their own lives. There's no third-party murderer acting on her behalf. And I've begun to suspect that the power I hold is no esoteric arcane force. It's not some supernatural art, It's not witchcraft or sorcery or some holy power bestowed upon me from on high. The power Corpse Girl holds is simple determination, grit, resolve. My will to end lives is what drives me to craft convincing corpse photos and deliver look-alike cadavers. That in itself is enough to act as the knife twisting in the victim's side. It's enough to compel those weak of heart and weak of mind to end their lives. If that's all my power ends up being, I am happy. I am happy that I can be the instrument that delivers Corpse Girl's justice, regardless of whether it's through mundane or mysterious methods. As long as victims continue to drop like flies in the wake of Corpse Girl's ascension, I will remain content. And this is only just the beginning. Whoop whoop! Jesus, there are no new requests when I log in to Corpse Girl's website this evening. Chcę dojść do takiego momentu, gdzie właśnie nie będzie tego tekstu na tym, tylko będzie tak jakby albo nasza myśl, albo tutaj właśnie od narratora, albo oni będą gadać, bo tutaj potem możemy się w sumie pomylić. I'm strangely okay with that. There's something I want to do before more requests come through anyway. I'm going to make some updates to the website, a few improvements that will considerably ease the workload placed upon Corpse Girl, Kojiro and Tomora. In the website's admin settings, I add a complete of extra data fields to the front page. Instead of just asking for a photo and a phone number, the website now requires a victim's address to be provided. This will ensure we can successfully deliver corpse for every request. In addition, the site now asks for the victim's name. I have always been hesitant about requesting this specific detail. I never wanted to know the names of the people Corpse Girl will kill. It creates familiarity. And I always used to worry that it would prevent me from going through with a request. But more than all of that, I fear that I would delve too deep into somebody's life. I fear that I would become too attached, too entranced by standing on the outside and looking in. Knowing someone's name would have allowed me to easily find victims in line and go down the rabbit hole of spying on their private lives. My voyeuristic fetishes would have defeated me. I know myself, and I know that I would have become far too interested in a person to carry out their death. It's the same reason why I never reverse image search a victim's body before yesterday. Now that things are escalating, now that Corpse Girl needs a victim's address to ensure a kill, I have to get past all of that. I have to be strong for Corpse Girl. I'm somewhat relieved that the timing is suitable. After all, I haven't been as aroused as usual when stalking people online. I don't know if my libido is just low, or if I truly have become uninterested in such things. In a way, I believe I'm able to cope with the burden of extra knowledge. Learning victims' names, addresses, all of that is going to work in Corpse Girl's favor. And I'm surely strong enough now to not give it to temptation and succumb to the scopophilia that has plagued my existence for years. After adding the victim's name and address fields to the website, I decide to add one final touch. There's a particular line of text that describes how the site works. I've always liked it. It says your victim will receive a photo of their own corpse shortly before they die. It's concise and it perfectly sums up the intention of the website. However, it needs to be updated to correctly apply the Corpse Girl's new modus operandi. I changed the line ever so slightly, just enough to make a difference. It now reads, your victim will receive their own corpse shortly before they die. Some people might think it does make sense. They'll think that maybe it's a typo or written by someone not familiar with the language. But it is completely intentional. Now that I've made all the changes to the website, I click the Save button in the admin panel. The changes are reflected immediately on the front page of the site. Corpse Girl's new and improved request form is online. With that done, I need to simply sit back and wait for some new requests to pour in. And it shouldn't take long, so once I put my next plan into motion. Because I finally figured out how my sister can be of use to me after all these years. She's going to help me become famous. Yuriko Kurosawa's death will ensure that everybody in Japan knows the name Corpse Girl. O, podejrzewam, że teraz zaraz będzie ten. O. Nice. Sobie zapiszemy w pierwszej kolejności, a potem sprawdzimy sobie galerię, czy któryś z tych nowych wydarzeń gry nas spotkały, były zdjęciem. O! Patrzcie, kto tu jest! Jeszcze w sumie Shini brakuje. Ale to podejrzewam, że Shinię zwerbujemy dopiero później, jeżeli chodzi o ten... od tego jego ojca, nie? Że coś tam będziemy w sumie z tym robić. Zaraz zobaczymy. Olewi. Tak. Leżymy. Widzicie? Tu jest to, jak ona w łazience była. A tu jest te nasze w kosmicy. Właśnie dlatego, jak na to patrzyłam, to mam takie... Czyli nie dostaniemy nowego zdjęcia, bo to już było. No, ale jednak było troszeczkę inne. No, inne, ale takie same. A to też jest? Tak, też jest. Ale... to tam nie jest ważne. Zostało nam 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 zdjęć. Nice. Dobra, ja wam w ogóle bardzo dziękuję. Nie spodziewałam się, że tyle osób w sumie się pojawi. Chyba będę musiała częściej ogłaszać te live'y na Instagramie, a potem oznaczać je na Discordzie i na Instagramie. Bardzo wam dziękuję za aktywność, za to, że byliście, spędziliście ze mną czas. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało. Czekajcie, zrobimy. Mam nadzieję, że wam się podobało i że usłyszymy się na tym. Co leniwe? Aha, że zmienianie tylko... No... I tak jest to wysokiej jakości gra. I tam jak sobie jedną ilustrację taką w sumie zrobią, to... niech im będzie. No jeszcze raz bardzo wam dziękuję. Życzę wam spokojnej, miłej niedzieli. Na tyle, na ile jest to możliwe. No i w sumie trzymajcie się i króliczki, chomiczki, kreweteczki i świniolki wysyłają wam całusy i do zobaczenia następnym razem. Pa, pa!